And think of it like this, 80% the same, 20% different. So let's say you're writing in a niche about, I don't know, something boring and like hard you pick a fight with it, like plumbing or something. I have a blog about plumbing. So the first thing you would want to do is like read some blogs about plumbing and go, what are most people saying about plumbing? Well, they're saying, well, this is the best pipe, for plumbing, or this is the best, I don't know anything about plumbing. This is the best wrench for plumbers or whatever, or here's my Amazon shopping list for plumbers. But you would kind of look at what your competitors are doing or the people in your niche doing, and pretty soon you'll see what most people are doing. Like you, Jaryd, know that there are other blogs and websites on the internet about buying other businesses, about acquisitions. And that's kind of an interesting niche because there's probably not a ton, right? There's not hundreds of thousands of those blogs.
But still, there's still content
there's something out there, and if there wasn't, you should be worried, because then that means there's probably not an audience for it. So you look at your competitors, you look at the people that are doing what you're doing, and maybe they're even like doing it better than you are. They're making more money, they're reaching more people. Wonderful. Figure out what they're doing that's actually working, and you may not know, and so you'll have to try some stuff. You'll have to copy what your competitors are doing. This is wonderful. Do that, and then don't plagiarize, of course. Yeah. And then make it 20% different, just a little tweak, right? So go, okay, all of my competitors agree with this one thing. Maybe there's 10 rules to a great plumbing blog, or there's 10 rules on what you should do to buy a business. And I'm going to disagree with like one or two of those. And that's the thing that I'm going to hang my hat on. So there's a lot of people that do what I do, which is they're ghostwriters, they're editors, they help people make books, right? And most of what my competitors do, I do. Because how you make a book is how you make a book. We've been doing it the same way for about 500 years, right? You come up with an idea, you outline it, you write it, you edit it over and over and over again, and then you publish it. But the one thing that I sort of challenge is we won't let you write a boring book, right? Because if you write a boring book, nobody's going to talk about it and nobody's going to read it. And we just found out that this is true. This just came out in the news the past couple of weeks with the big merger that's about to happen in the publishing world that's being challenged right now. And over 90%, over 90% of traditionally published books, these are books that publishers said, we're going to publish this book for you because we think it'll sell. Over 90% sell fewer than 25 copies, 25 copies in the first year, right? So what does that say to you? Like, either these authors have no friends, because I could think of 30 or 40, 50 people who would buy something just because they like me, because I asked them, because I went out to lunch with them, or they're writing boring books. And there are a lot of people. There's a publisher, there's an editor, there's a lot of people who are letting these people write boring books. You don't want to read a boring book. I don't want to read a boring book. I mean, look, this is not just about marketing, because marketing a bad product, as David Ogilvy famously said, only makes it fail faster. Yes. Better marketing makes bad products fail faster. It's not just a problem of marketing, because if you write even if you write a great, interesting book that you don't market at all, somebody's going to read that and talk about it. It is going to sell more than 25 copies. So that's the fight I'm picking, is most authors write boring books and they don't know it until it's too late. And I want to stop that. All you have to do is look at what your competitor is doing, do most of the things that they're doing, because that's what works. Otherwise they wouldn't be in business, and then pick one or two things that you're going to do different.